Tonight we have a very special guest, Steve Walker.
How you doing?
Steve, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Quick question, where are you from?
I'm from California and Greece. It's right up from the coast of Athens.
Greece, tell me about Greece.
Greece is a place of true EDM nightlife. You know, growing up there was, without words to explain, you have to see for yourself, but you have no limit on, or age limit for nightlife or smoking, drinking, and clubbing and that stuff. So I was exposed to, EDM nightlife from 13 years old. So I was going to all the clubs in different islands. We have over 1,000 islands over there. So we've got about 100 Ibizas, kind of things over there. So it was amazing, seeing all the #1 DJs from the early 90s to the early 2000s.
And being 13 years old and actually being able to contribute to this, scene must be, spectacular. How did that make you feel?
Well, it got me, that's what kind of popped the cherry, as people like to say, that's, being exposed to that and just seeing how there's no limits to partying or, expressing yourself musically and, doing, 14-hour sets at private parties with Danny Tenaglia in New York City. That's what it kind of evolved to, but seeing those sets was what got me, into it. And it was nothing better than feeling, that's the place where you can really feel free when there's no time frame on when if someone says you have to leave, the party dies when you're tired. And so like having a place where you can express yourself for as long as you wanted, or just enjoy yourself, or was priceless, kind of.
Now you also live in San Francisco. You've been DJing out there.
Yeah. I came. Let's see, it was 2001 is when I moved out from Greece, and I did 2 years of jazz school in San Francisco, and realized it wasn't for me. I was already established. And so I started my own record label, based it off of a recording studio, and then started gigging out in San Francisco, a little underground scene there. Did a couple commercial gigs, but it was still more European, Head Candy kind of house, which at the time was okay. It was before the whole commercial scene kind of just got went backwards. But so I was able to at least make my mark there for about 4 or 5 years, and then I moved to Vegas.
What brought you to Vegas?
Vegas.
From Greece to San Francisco, all of a sudden Las Vegas. How did that happen?
Well, the thing is like this. They say whether you're Greek or if you live in Greece or if you know Greeks, you're stuck into the degrees of separation, which is by one. So it was the Greeks called, and we did a little tour, a 4-day tour. We did some MGM clubs like Taboo, Studio 54. Did some after parties for the Greek Food Festival, which is at the end of the month. And then we had a buddy of mine had a gig at Tao, and then I introduced myself to the guys at Tao because they were all New York guys, and I told them where I used to play, early 90s. They're like, oh, so you really are in part of the scene.
What do you think about Las Vegas becoming the new, let's say, Ibiza or Greece or?
There was a little funny, little local fight with people online. Some renowned host said oh, this is the new Ibiza. It's just not. It's more so it could be the next Miami Winter Music Conference, but all year kind of thing. It's still Disneyland here, but I think what's gonna set Vegas to the next level is what they're doing with the festivals. Bring the Winter Music Conference here. Do something I think that's what's gonna happen. I think bring Ultra. You've got Daisy, that was good, but I think that's what's gonna really set Vegas to wow, that's the next something. Ibiza is Ibiza. We're in America. Don't be fooled. This is, of course, this is the reason why I moved to Vegas is because I could feel like a European here, not have the freedom, because we have 24 hours, 7 days a week, liquor licenses and things like that. So that's why EDM is going to strive here, because we can all party till we drop and when we want to, and that's what Vegas is. It could be. You could say it's the new home of EDM. That's what I think. And EDM is international. It's
And you've been in this town for a while. Have you seen it progress to that?
Yeah, I wanted to move a couple years ago. I was ready to move. I was going to go back to Greece, and I was I'm sick of it. But then some clubs started opening, and it was just one club opened up and it teased you enough to oh yeah, and be damn, we partied another year, and then now we're bored. So
basically, what you're saying is Vegas keeps drawing you back in here.
Yeah, as long as Vegas is always doing makeovers and stuff, we're gonna be okay. But I think now that you can kind of see now I think we're done with the clubs. We're ready. All the Burning Man people, we're ready for just tired of driving to to California. We want to do something here local, So I think we're going to start seeing a little bit more of that, and that's what I want to get involved in too. So.
And now on top of your DJing, you also do percussion, which is a major part of what you do as well. And you contribute that as well in your sets.
Yes, that's what I can't. Hence, I'm surprised I wore the shirt today. It says I'm unique, but that's what makes my DJ sets a little bit more unique is the fact that I incorporate live musicianship through the form of house music. I do a lot of live percussion and melodic, rhythmitation and vocal stuff. So I try to always do it's almost like live remixing. So I always try to enhance a track or bring out an element in the track that you wouldn't expect. I can make people dance a different way, or I want to dance a different way to a song, so that's why I drum it. So I kind of showcase what I feel a rhythm should be at in a song.
Is there something specific that you want in that DJ booth when you're there?
Yeah, now I want that damn huge screen controller that everyone's using now, the one that you can see through it and stuff like that. But otherwise, I just want my CDJs, some turntables, and an open channel for my mixer to hook up the drums, and we're good to go. Yeah, that's all we need. Plug and play.
Being able to play all over the world, interacting with all these different type of DJs and producers, and now having actually, major residencies here in town. In your opinion, is there anybody that you would like to work with, in the near future that you would say, hey, this is going to be, a hell of a set? Yeah,
there's a couple producers right now, some European guys. I always have to go back to masters at work. Just because of my history, they're not as big as they used to be, but I would love to have a vinyl pressed with a remix done by Louis Vega or like Kenny Dope. No one's gonna buy the record, but that's just a goal that I want. I want to have a collaborative track with one of the masters at work guys. Anything that you want to say to the up and coming producers / DJs coming up in Vegas? Yes, knowledge is power. With anything, you got to learn the history. Just like in school, learn the history of what you're getting into. Don't be narrow-minded and judgmental. Like any guitar player or drummers, to each his own instrument. Don't let people hate on what you want to choose, but educate yourself on what, being a DJ evolved to. Get on a pair of turntables and learn how to mix 2 records before you touch a computer, just so you have to have that under your hands, that you felt that, and it's a memory thing. Like you have to tell your body to do something and prepare to something, and not just have something do it for you. And then that's how you learn how to DJ. DJ is a physical craft, not a digital craft. Steve Walker, the man, the DJ, the percussionist, the producer. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. Thank you for having me. What are the websites we can check you out on? All the social networks, everything from Facebook to Twitter, /DJ Steve Walker. Check out all my mixes and original music at soundcloud.com/DJ Steve Walker. Steve Walker, give it up for him. My name is Chris Aurelius. This is EDM Nightlife Show. Keep a lookout for us. We will be keeping you posted.